Guys, this is breaking news. Hot off the press, hot off the desk, Islamic Coin. Why is it doing so horrible in the Republic presale? And what is going on behind the scenes of that? JP and I have uncovered all of this information, and I'm going to go through it with you, and it's going to blow your mind of how all this happened, how all of this is possible, and why was this allowed? Because there's some very interesting moments here, and let me just break down how big Islamic Coin is going to be, not just for the industry, but in a general region of the globe. Imagine you're part of the UAE, and you don't have a laptop, you don't have a MacBook, you just have a cell phone, you're just getting by, and you finally see something that comes along that speaks to you and your religion and your generation, and you want to get involved, and you're so excited to get involved, and here comes this pre-sale put on by Republic, and finally you have the ability to get into the pre-sale, and things are not working correctly, and there's a lot of FUD going around. What's actually happening behind the scenes? Let's go through it. All right, this is Republic Coin.
Islam is the world's second largest religion with almost 2 billion followers, a quarter of the world's population. Muslims make up a majority of the population in 47 countries. Islam teaches that God is merciful, all-powerful, and unique. Islamic law, or Sharia law, is a religious law forming part of the Islamic tradition. It guides many of the aspects of the followers of Islam's lives, including financial interactions. One of the core principles of Islamic financial law is the prohibition of paying or charging interest.
Islamic Coin has some of the biggest advisors. And when I say biggest, I'm not talking like athlete or movie star. I'm talking about royalty. I'm talking about legendary family names and wealth money, right? You have two families that I want to point out here. One is the Nahyan family, and one is the Al Maktoum family, right? And so I did some Google searching here. The royal family of Abu Dhabi comes from the Al Nahyan dynasty. The family is currently headed by the Caliph bin Zayed, the emir of the country, who is also the president of the United Arab Emirates since 2004. Is worth 140 billion. This is talking about the House of Maktoum. Doesn't exactly tell me how much they're worth here, but the ruling family of the Emirate of Dubai, and one of the 6 ruling families of the United Arab Emirates. So that is who you have on the advisory board for Islamic Coin. That is how big Islamic Coin is for not just Abu Dhabi, but the globe, right? These are the people that have a vision, right? And I've seen this gentleman speak a bunch too. I've seen Mohammed Al Mazaya. I don't know how much this guy's worth, but these guys have incredible leadership and that are guiding Islamic Coin. And I think Islamic Coin is going to be very successful because of all of these people behind it. It's just these initial sales from Republic is where some of these questions are coming up of who is actually offering me these tokens. Is it the royal family, right, who owns and now operates Islamic Coin? Or is it currently or former executives who built the blockchain who are taking these tokens and are listing them on Republic to sell to me and you? And let me get this to you. So if you go on to Republic's website, you can see that they've only, and this is globally, so they have 2 sales. They have the US sale where you have a 12-month lockup plus 30 days on whatever you buy. Minimum investment I think is like $50 up to $1,000. Maybe no, it's $1,000 in the US, $50 globally, right? And there's places that you can buy it, like certain places in Canada, certain places in like Dubai you can buy it, and like Cuba and some other places. But the whole point of this blockchain is how it's ethical and how you have this Sharia board leading this new generation of finance. And it talks about ethical finance as a practice of choosing financial companies and products that provide positive financial returns while also prioritizing the greater good. And then TOKEN2049 is just happening, and you have huge sponsors on here like OKX, Circle, KuCoin, and then you have Islamic Coin, right? So huge deal. They've raised over $400 million for this project already in private rounds to like banks and other fintech companies, right? A195 Capital after partnering with over 300 banks, right? A lot of news around the excitement behind this ecosystem that has been developed, right? They had this great evening for Islamic Coin on November 14th, which is the day after my birthday. Right here, I'm sure this was a great event. A lot of press behind this, guys. And here was the offering. So what you had to do was you had to interact with this post from Republic. You had to fill out your email, and you were supposed to get an email like the next day saying, hey, you can go in and buy now. And they had a huge problem with getting the email list out. And you had a lot of people that kind of got upset, a lot of people that kind of gave up and just either forgot about it or just lost interest in it because maybe they felt it could have maybe some issues with the project because Republic couldn't roll this out fast enough. This was a Republic issue, is what I personally think and believe, not a Islamic coin issue. Just wanted to go over that with you. All right. This is also what we call a Regulation D, right? Offering. This is a private placements under Regulation D. All right. So the Securities Office Investor Education Advisory, right, issuing investor bulletin, right? So this is actually from the SEC's website. Okay, what is a private placement? A securities offering exempt from registration with this SEC is sometimes referred to as a private placement or an unregistered offering. Under the federal securities laws, a company may not offer or sell securities unless the offering has been registered with the SEC or an exemption of registration is available. So they have to go to the SEC and get their permission to give this offering, right? And so you can actually come on to, this is the initial video I played for you. They have all of the documents you need to dig in and understand who is offering you this great deal. And actually, if you go over here and you click about, you see this name, Board Gen DMCC. Now, let that name be with you for a moment, because we're going to get into who they are and who owns that company and what they're all about and why are they listed here as the company that is offering you the Islamic token on Republic. Okay, so if we do some digging, Board Gen DMCC is a Dubai National Commodity Center company. The capital shares of the company are owned by two persons, Alexander Malkov and Andrei Kuznetsov. I butchered that too, my bad. Both which hold 50%. So they each hold 50% of this company. Together is 100%. They own Board Gen DMCC, who is offering you this offering of Islamic tokens. Okay, it is not these people. Okay, it is this gentleman, Alex Malkov, right? He used to be a legal advisor at Brighty App. He was the CEO of Arby. I don't know if he went to the St. Petersburg State University. I don't know if maybe these connections, I don't know what's going on in the background and why these kind of two are being pushed out or bought out. You will never believe how much these guys got offered. So let me read this. Let me read this to you. All right, check this out. A company serves as the development company for ICN Network Limited. Okay, that is the actual Islamic coin. Okay, which is a British Virgin Island company that is initial developer of the Hawk network and the initial owner of the first 20 billion Islamic tokens out of the total of 100 billion. So max is going to be 100 billion, just like your XRPs, right? To compensate the company for its services, ICN Network Limited paid the company 200 million Islamic tokens. From this, the allocation for the offering is supplied. So they got the tokens for the Republic offering from Islamic Coin, from ICN Network, who is Islamic Coin, right? These are the people that are the advisory board for it. This is the executive board for it. And then this is the Sharia board, right? Because this has to be Sharia board approved. That's what kind of level this project is in the country, in the UAE, all right? It is massive, guys. And these are two of the co-founders who initially developed the Hawk ecosystem. These two Russian-speaking, English and Russian-speaking gentlemen that live in, it looks like Dubai, okay? So, well, this says Switzerland, this one says Dubai. Also, I went into some more specifications. This is not really anything crazy wild, but the initial mint of Islamic tokens, 20 billion coins that are created, and the final supply will reach 100 billions after 100 years. And it talks about where the tokens are given, who they're given to. 10% goes to the DAO. This goes to the DAO, which support activities on the network. And then you have the private sale buyers. And then you have, check this out, Republic token sale, 0.3. This is you and me. So the Republic token sale, guys, is from... Their offering here is here. So here is the document you can click on. If you're on the invest pages here, if you actually scroll up, you can click on all of these documents, right? And so these are the documents that I'm shifting through right now that you're seeing. And let me just show you this really quickly. So here's the offering. So there's two offerings. There's the US offering, and then there's the everybody else offering. Listen to how many tokens are involved, because it's interesting. All right. The purpose, so offering details. The purposes of this agreement, the company will define the date of completed reconciliation of processing of all underlying token purchase agreements or TPAs for the Islam tokens, TPA date. To avoid any ambiguity, the TPA date will be the date which the final TPA will fully be processed across all offerings. The company plans to deliver the tokens within 30 days after the TPA date of release. If the company does not achieve the release within 60 days of the TPA, the company will repay purchasers the full amount. So basically, if they don't meet what they're supposed to, they'll repay everybody's money. But listen to this, terms of offering. In connection with this offering, the company is offering you a certain other prospective purchasers of this opportunity to purchase Islam tokens on the terms and conditions set forth under the terms of the offering. This offering is made up of only accredited investors via the token sale website of republic.com. This is for the US, 7 million. And then this is for the globe, 43 million, totaling $50 million, or basically 200 million Islamic tokens at 25 cents, right? I'm sure these guys got these tokens much cheaper, but they're basically selling everything they've got. They got paid by the people that run the Islamic Coin. These two gentlemen got paid 200 million tokens. They're taking those tokens. They've created a company which is called Board Gen DMCC. They're taking those tokens and they're selling them to me and you at 25 or 30 cents with a 4-month lockup on the 30 cents for international, or for the US 12-month lockup at 25 cents, right? Some of these people, other private sellers, have bought tokens at 4 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, but this is what you're being offered, right? And this is the company's financials. The Board Gen DMCC, they had 140,000 US dollars at the end of December 31st, 2022, right? There are 45 people that work on this team. So basically, a company that has no real value is offering you, the globe, the Islamic token, but it's not coming from the actual Islamic team, new team. Is coming from the previous co-founders who are being out of the surface of all of the information, right? So here is the white paper version 2, and this has been updated. JP has done so much research on this. Big shout out to you, JP. Thank you so much, man, for all this. I know we was talking on the phone for hours about this, but Hawk Association. You have Hawk Association, you have Board Gen DMCC, then you have IC Network, okay? So IC Network is registered under the laws of the BVI Network Limited, serves as an issuing entity with Islamic Coin tokens. It holds the role of initial developer of the Hawk blockchain. So it holds the role, right? The basic blockchain infrastructure. IC Network Limited minted the first 20 million Islam tokens and acted as the driving force behind the Islam token private sale. The association, Hawk Association, operating as a nonprofit entity registered under Swiss law, Hawk Association assumes the pivotal role of the operational backbone, preliminary, dedicated to the promotion of the Hawk, and the association simultaneously undertakes responsibilities in the business development and legal representation on behalf of the project. And then you have the two developers, right? Board Gen DMCC developer entity acts as the main developer responsible for the heart of the Hawk's network software infrastructure. This includes the development of the critical components like the Hawk wallet and the Launchpad. More so, Board Gen's role extends far beyond code with cutting-edge software solutions that ensure seamless interactions within the Hawk ecosystem. Now, tell me that, because I'm very bullish on this project, but tell me this isn't disappointing to see that they would allow, when I say they, I'm talking about the people that are guiding the ship over at Islamic Coin. Why would they allow these two gentlemen to basically take every token that they were probably gifted for their work on creating Islamic Coin and try to sell it to us under these kind of disguises? I don't want to call them shell companies, but they are. And I hope you guys can take this research and take it a little bit further, right? With more people looking at this, we can kind of identify maybe a little bit more of what's going on here. But this is breaking news. Nobody else is talking about this. And why? If this company's raised $400 million and they have millions of people around the world on social media that are all bullish on Islamic Coin, why aren't they telling us the truth about where Republic are getting these tokens from and who you're actually buying these from? Because does that matter to you at the end of the day? Because it does to me, right? It's like you have this whole persona of who you are and what you are and who you say, and you do what you do, and you try to act generously, whatever it is. That's who you are. But this is not that, right? That is an Islamic token. This is two gentlemen that got paid behind the deal to quietly go away, maybe because where they grew up or some business they worked for in the past, or maybe who knows what it is, what decisions that made this. But what you're buying on Republic isn't from Islamic Coin. It's from these two gentlemen, Alex and Andre. Thank you, guys. My name is Robert Doyle. This was breaking news. I hope you found this useful. If you have any comments, feedback, let's take this to the next level. If you want to do some of your own research, please do. If you have any questions, leave them down in the description. If you really like this video, guys, feel free to share and like. If someone you know is talking about Islamic coin, they should probably have this information. If you are in cryptocurrency and you like research like this, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel, guys. I hope this helps you. I hope this helps guide you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.